community has some sort of healthcare center, we're going to look for ways to bridge that gap. And INC coming in as the bridge. And that's where telehealth comes in. For our local communities that already have some sort of setup, some healthcare setup, we can provide a Starlink internet, we can provide solar panels, and we can provide the computers that would allow our medical professionals here that are willing to donate their time to give their services for free. This is what the Itsekiri National Congress Health Initiative is all about.
In his keynote, Bridging Excellence Across a Continent, Engineer Ache will show how Itsekiri professionals in the diaspora can work side by side with communities at home to build stronger enterprises, mentor youth, and establish modern systems of accountability. He believes that partnerships across borders are the key to raising standards in business, education, and infrastructure. By investing knowledge, skills, and capital, the diaspora can help transform challenges into opportunities, ensuring measurable impact in Iwere land and across Africa. His message is simple, yet profound. When entrepreneurship meets engineering discipline, communities gain resilient businesses, stronger infrastructure, and lasting opportunity for the next generation. Please welcome Engineer Ache Onuwaje. Thank you, my brother.
I think that's very much. And then we talked about mentorship. We ourselves, when we go home, we can serve as mentors. We can go to this school and speak to them and just sort of share our knowledge with them. And that will sort of I remember back in school when somebody comes and they introduce the person as a professor of meteorological engineering from IFE and all that, I want to sort of pay attention to what he said. So if we go home and go into our communities and we speak to children in secondary school, in primary school, in polytechnics, I think it will sort of give them encouragement to want to give their best to their study. I think that's pretty much what we spoke about.
Pastors and trusted leaders hold great influence and sometimes use that influence, like we just said, to advise against formal care. We got 2 sad stories about not taking blood transfusions and sickle cell being witchcraft. So this is not about resistance to change, it's about trust. And unless we build trust, no amount of technology will succeed. I remember growing up as a kid in Nigeria. I was the darkest skinned of all my sisters. There was a public awareness campaign about not bleaching and black being beautiful. I went on in 1985, just met a friend of mine recently, to compete for the very first beauty pageant in my school, University of Ibadan, Great Uites. To compete for the very first pageant to celebrate black beauty. Miss Ebony. So these things can work. There are people who gave up bleaching their skin because of the public service announcement. So we can do this again with healthcare. That's what I'm saying.
So we, from education, we talked about improving secondary, tertiary school attendance through blended curriculums like e-learning. We talk about the challenges that we face in local areas and solutioning to some of these problems.
Because we are Itsekiris, resilient, resourceful, relentless. When it matters, we come together. When challenges rise, we rise higher. We are builders of bridges, keepers of language, lifters of the next generation. We do not wait, we work. We do not divide, we unite. Here, now, together, this is our time, this is our voice, and this is our future. Let us strengthen and elevate Iwere land, beginning here, beginning now, together as one people. Welcome to Miami, welcome to history, welcome to Itsekiri National Congress Inaugural Convention 2025. Thank you, and may God bless the Itsekiri nation.
Alagato Yaga.
Sponsor Lemfi, he came in, and what did he say about the transfer? He said it's too fast. I don't know if anybody heard that. Have you ever heard someone say this thing I'm giving you is too fast? So he's cleaning up his image, which is true, but he's putting it out there. So there's also a concept of image laundering. They say the way you see yourself, or they say the way you disrespect your father in public, that is the way they will disrespect you. Right? So we need to also understand the concept of image laundering. How do we talk about Nigeria as a Nigerian? How do we address Nigerian problems as a Nigerian? Trust me, when you go to where was Joe Biden born now? I forgot. Scranton, Pennsylvania. I've done an installation there. You see the grassroots people talk about America. It's almost like you're in worry. You understand? The same complaints, the same issues. You know. So, but the general critical mass of people who are influencing the image of the country is a little bit more. The number of people who are